It's really hard these days to make a movie that's not IP, original for theaters, right, as you know. So I really, until they drag me out of here, which is probably gonna be soon, I really wanna make theatrical movies. And I like making movies about people and relationships and people that can't fly and can't be invisible. So that lends itself to interpersonal relationships. So that's kind of my long-winded way as to why I made a rom-com. And it's the only way that hopefully they'll still let us make movies about people who want to talk to each other. I'm from New York City. This is my third movie I made in New York. There's nothing more exciting than making a movie in New York with all the, it's harder, it's the hardest, it's very hard because no one cares when you make a movie in New York, which I love. They walk through your set because they don't care, which I love. But also, this movie, as you saw, takes mostly place at night, which means we shot all night for many, many nights. And there's nothing like New York City around 2 or 3 in the morning, no matter where you are, when it starts to get kind of quiet, and everyone kind of slows down, and you're kind of, it becomes your playground in places that during the day there's 6 million people, and there's something, a kind of behind the scenes feel, which is so fascinating as a filmmaker. And that's what we tried to do for the movie too, because they're in these places kind of late at night, and even in the daytime at the very end of the movie, that they kind of aren't normally allowed to be in. So that feeling of being in a special place alone with someone where you're not normally supposed to be is really exciting, and that's kind of what we also experienced while we made the movie. Every single thing is practical, so when, half the extras on the movie aren't extras, they're just people doing their thing, which is really cool. They really are. I know everybody says this, but I've been very lucky in all my movies to have really good people working with, and I always say there's never been a jerk on a movie of mine, which means that I'm the jerk. If you think there's no jerk somewhere, you're the jerk. But they're just so great to hang with and just be around, and they genuinely like each other. And I think people always ask, what does chemistry mean? It's not it means that do they like spending time together as people? And if they like spending time together, then you're gonna like watching them spend time together. And once I spent all this time together and enjoyed them, and in between takes we wouldn't leave, we wouldn't go back to the trailers. There's just something different when you kind of sense that on a movie that it's 3 months of summer camp, but let's spend it together, and that's kind of what I felt like in this movie. There's one thing, and it's serious, what I want them to experience, and it's fun. Because movies need to be fun, and movies used to be a lot of fun. They are fun, but it's very rare that you spend all the time with your friends, going to the movies, getting tickets, waiting in line, going to the movie, and then afterward talking about it. And this movie is a very fun movie from the beginning to the end, but also afterwards you're gonna be singing the songs, you're gonna be discussing forever the rules of our movie, because we're very careful to give some rules, but not all the rules. So, and I know some people have already seen it, have all these questions about what can you do, what you can't do, but that's the fun of talking about something afterwards. And this is a movie that I know everybody says this, it needs to be shared with other people to discuss it and talk about it, and not on your laptop at home. So I will guarantee you one thing, and that it is a very fun time at the movies.